that's us inside the Kaleidoscope Center. They have the, they have a really cool wall, so we had to take a picture with it. A few of the problems that occurred. At first, it was very difficult to find an advisor because not because of like what the group was doing or anything. It was just there are a lot of teachers at our school that are very involved with so many other things. They just couldn't get an advisor. So I asked Mrs. Osler, and she became our advisor, which we were so grateful for because we really want to start meeting. It required a lot of time, which any good project requires a lot of time, and I gave it as much as I possibly could. Meetings were very loud and disorganized. I love everyone in GSA, but you guys talk so much. I'm not a loud person, as you guys know, and luckily there were people in the group that also would shush people, so that was nice to have. Everyone had so many ideas and different opinions on things, which is totally fine, because that leads more discussion and more ways to talk about things and just different ideas. And the only thing with that was I had to kind of but I just had to make sure nobody was rude about their opinions or talking back to people or anything like that, which wasn't too bad. And then for my product, which actually ended up with 2 products because I had so much fun filming the first video that we also made a second video. So I wanted to create a public service announcement type video, and when you say that out loud, it seems really boring. So I kind of changed it up a little, and I made a video about creating a more inclusive classroom, and then I also made another video called Putting Things in Perspective, and you kind of have to just follow that video along and see if you can get the purpose of it. I'm going to show you the inclusivity one first.
God, Landon, look at these flowers. That's so gay.
Wondering your anti-gay language or actions.
What do you mean by that? How do you think a gay person might feel?
Ask about a young person's background instead of making assumptions.
Hi, I'm Hannah.
Oh, hi. I'm Mark.
Hi. So you just moved here?
Yeah, I'm new in town.
Oh.
Just moved in with my parents.
Oh, what do your parents do?
Oh, well, my dad is a contractor,
Okay.
construction sites. Then my papa, he's an architect.
Is your papa your grandfather?
Oh, no. They're both my dads.
Well, which one's your real dad?
Well, they're both my real dad.
Do you not have a mom?
Well, my parents are gay, Hannah.
So which one's your real dad?
I don't think that's very... The question makes me kind of uncomfortable when you say it like that.
Well, you having 2 dads kind of makes me feel uncomfortable.
A question like which one is your real dad or which one is your real mom marginalizes and devalues that youth family structure. On your walls include a poster about diverse families and people, or other images that show you are an ally to LGBTQ people and issues. Include topics about diversity in your curriculum. So, do any of you guys know what the Stonewall riots were?
No. Isn't that when you're riding your brain through a wall?
The only person who should make the decision to share about their family or themselves is the youth, when they feel safe and ready to do so.
So, why should you never out somebody?
Well, first, they may not be comfortable with everyone knowing at the moment. They might have just confided in that one person because they trusted them.
So, what does outing your person mean?
It means that you tell a certain person you're gay, and then that person tells another person or some other people that you wish they hadn't known.
And can that just be for like gay people, or is it for like other people too?
It can be for any LGBTQ plus members, for trans or asexual or any qualifiers.
Make your organization or classroom accessible to LGBTQ families. Do not rely on forms, permission slips, or other paperwork that asks for signatures from mother and father. Instead, use the terms parent or guardian. On family visitation night or during parent-teacher conferences, expect and welcome LGBTQ parents. Learn more about LGBTQ people, families, and issues. Not only will this allow you to be informed when you have questions or need resources, but it will help you be better equipped to address incidents of homophobia in your classroom and to include LGBTQ plus content in your curriculum.
Okay, so thank you to Mark and Hannah for being in that and helping me with it. They're awesome. That whole part with Mark having two gay dads was totally improv, and it just worked really well with that. So it was really exciting to have them. And then my next video that I'm going to show you guys is called Putting Things in Perspective, and just see if you guys can figure out what it's about.
You were in college working part-time, waiting tables. Left a small town, never looked back. I was a flight risk with a fear of
I can't believe they're doing that in public.
Ah, they're being so hetero.
What are they, leaders?
That's not right.
It's just a phase.
Adam and Eve, more like Adam and Steve.
I'm fine with people being straight, but I don't like them kissing in front of me.
You're too pretty to be straight.
What?
Being straight is a choice.
It's a wrong choice, might I add.
So that was a really fun video to edit and watch. And so my learning curve was definitely public speaking don't like it. But I really learned how to do that through all the GSA meetings and everything and talking to everybody. And then planning ahead was definitely a slight problem for me because it would get to like the day before a meeting and I'd remember, oh wait, I have to research something for it, and then the meetings wouldn't go as well as I had wanted them to because of definitely my fault. And then time management and organization definitely goes into the planning ahead part. I just needed to adjust that throughout my project, and I think by the end of it, I definitely did way better. And then with the meeting structure, as I talked about, the Robert's Rules of Order thing didn't really work out, so I just adjusted that as well. So at this time, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask me, and I'll do my best to answer them. Kenzie?
Do you have anything special or exciting planned for this week's GSA?
All right, she asked me if I have anything special or exciting planned for this week's GSA meeting, and yes, I do. You were there when we planned it. We went to a campaign meeting and we talked to our friend Brandon, and they're a person who basically runs Kaleidoscope. They're really cool, and they're going to come to our meeting and help us discuss what kinds of things we should talk about when we give our presentation to the teachers. Sam?
What is the strangest question you've ever been asked at a meeting?
There honestly haven't, she asked what the strangest question you've ever been asked at a meeting. And there honestly aren't that many strange questions. Like, they're totally normal questions that you would have about things. Usually you could Google them and figure them out, but people tend to ask me anyway. I got a really interesting question today, though. A friend of mine texted me and asked me about the neutral pronouns ze and her, what they would be in another language, and I have no idea. I tried to Google it before this presentation, and it seemed to say that it would basically be the same in other languages, but I don't know if that's accurate or not, because I got that from Wikipedia. Yes?
Speaking of strange questions, I have to ask, did you make the Yahoo answer are gay people real thing, or was that a legit question somebody asked?
Okay, she asked me if the Yahoo answer thing was something we made or if somebody legitimately asked that, and somebody legitimately asked that. Unfortunately. Okay.
What surprised you most about this project? What was the biggest surprise for you?
Okay, she asked me what the biggest surprise for me was, and the biggest surprise for me was how many people were so supportive of it and so helpful with everything. Anybody I asked to help me with it really helped me. Anything I wanted them to do, they would do it, and there are so many people in the audience right now that were a part of it, so I really appreciate that. Thank you guys. Yes?
What was your biggest obstacle?
She asked me what my biggest obstacle throughout the whole project was, and that was probably thinking of a senior project, because at the beginning I wanted to do something with the actual environment and make it and getting just combating pollution, and that wasn't interesting to me, so I changed it. Yes.
If you could change one thing about the project, what would it be?
She asked me if I could change one thing about my project, what would be, and I would want to do it throughout all 4 years of high school. I'm kind of sad I only did it this year. I wish I had thought of this 4 years ago and just done it all throughout my high school career. Jenna?
What inspired you to do this project?
She asked me what inspired me to do this project, and just a lot of my friends tend to be part of the LGBT+ community, and we always talk a lot about things we see at school, people saying stuff like, that's so gay, or the F word, but not the one that rhymes with truck, and people saying no homo and stuff like that, and that's kind of offensive to us, so it made me want to do something about that.